For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
The NBA is everywhere. Highlights on Instagram, Twitter debates, courtside celebrities. But something strange has been happening behind the scenes. Viewership is slipping. Not in the way people might expect, but in a way that's left TV executives and league officials asking real questions. Why are fewer people sitting down to actually watch the games? From load management to cord cutting, from social media shifts to cultural trends, the league is facing a quiet crisis. This isn't about the talent. The league is stacked. It's about how people engage with the game now, and why the NBA's traditional model might be falling behind. First, the numbers. TV ratings on networks like ESPN and TNT have dropped in recent seasons. Regular season games, even those featuring superstar teams, aren't pulling the same attention they did a decade ago. Why? Because cable is dying. And the NBA hasn't fully adapted. More fans are switching to streaming, but the NBA's system hasn't kept up. League Pass is expensive, and worse, it comes with blackout restrictions. That means if you're trying to watch your local team without cable, you often can't. Casual fans aren't going to jump through hoops just to see a game. If it's not on YouTube, Twitter, or a 60-second TikTok, they move on. The way people consume sports is changing. The NBA still treats TV as the center of gravity, but Gen Z doesn't watch TV like that anymore. They want instant access, short-form highlights, and content that fits their timelines, not a rigid broadcast schedule. The NBA is built on star power. Always has been. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph. But now, there's a growing problem. When fans tune in, there's no guarantee the stars will play. Load management has become one of the league's most frustrating trends. Teams rest their top players during nationally televised games. It might make sense for long-term health, but it kills momentum for viewers. If you market a Bucks versus Clippers matchup and then Giannis and Kawhi both sit, that's a broken promise to fans. Injuries have made things worse. With so many stars missing big chunks of the season, Zion, Ja, Embiid, KD, consistency is gone. Casual fans don't want to invest in a season where the lineup changes nightly. They want spectacle, they want rivalries. And right now, they're not getting it. The NBA season is long, 82 games per team with a playoff format that doesn't really demand urgency until April. Compare that to the NFL where every game matters. One loss can change everything. In the NBA, a Tuesday night loss in January feels meaningless. Even the new in-season tournament, while flashy, hasn't shifted perception that most of the regular season is filler. Players coast, teams tank, and fans check out until the playoffs. It's not that the product is bad, it's that the stakes aren't high enough. People want meaning, not just highlights, but moments that matter. When the regular season feels like a warm-up, fewer people stick around to watch it. Here's the biggest shift: people still love the NBA. They just don't watch full games anymore. Gen Z fans follow the league through highlights, memes, debates, and drama, not through live broadcasts. Why watch 3 hours of basketball when the best plays hit your phone instantly? Players themselves have leaned into this. Tunnel fits, Instagram lives, tweets, and brand deals. The NBA has become part fashion show, part soap opera, part lifestyle brand. It's not that the NBA is less popular, it's arguably more visible than ever. But visibility doesn't always translate to viewership. The league's obsession with individual stars has created an odd side effect. People root for players, not franchises. And when that player isn't on the court, they're out. Fans follow LeBron, not the Lakers. They follow Steph, not the Warriors. And once their favorite player ages out, retires, or misses time, many don't bother replacing them. There's no long-term investment the way there used to be with hometown loyalty. Trades happen constantly. Players jump teams. Super teams form and collapse in months. As a result, casual fans don't always feel grounded in anything. The game feels temporary. With the rise of platforms like FanDuel and DraftKings, betting has exploded across the NBA. On the surface, it sounds like a win. More people are invested in games, right? But the way people engage through betting has actually changed why they watch. Fans aren't tuning in to support their team anymore. They're tuning in to track player props, over or unders, or last-minute parlays. The emotional connection to the game gets replaced by a transactional mindset. If your bet flops by halftime, you turn the game off. It turns full games into fragments of potential cash-outs. It also creates toxic backlash toward players. One missed free throw or a quiet scoring night turns athletes into targets on social media. Over time, that erodes the love of the sport and replaces it with cold, angry obsession over stats and outcomes. The NBA hoped betting would drive engagement, and in some ways it has, but it's also made the league feel more like a spreadsheet than a sport. One of the most common complaints from viewers today? The non-stop ads.
Little Caesars is next door, sweetheart.
Thank you.
They need a new bumper.
Did you say burger, guac, teriyaki sauce, burger, pineapple, cheese, burger, pineapple, cheese, teriyaki?
A single NBA game already runs a little over 2.5 hours, and it's packed with stoppages, timeouts, fouls, replay reviews, and long commercial breaks. And it starts to feel like you're watching more brands than basketball. Even during fast-paced stretches of the game, momentum is constantly interrupted by cutaways or forced in-game promotions. It breaks immersion. This pacing feels outdated. They tune out. It's not just annoying. It's making people not want to watch live games. Many would rather catch the 10-minute highlight reel online than sit through an ad-stuffed marathon. Until the league finds a better balance between monetization and watchability, more fans will keep choosing the shortcut. In recent years, the NBA has taken bold stances on social and political issues, from supporting Black Lives Matter to players speaking out on race, injustice, and even international issues like China. To many fans, this was powerful, necessary, human. But not everyone saw it that way. A segment of traditional viewers turned away, saying they didn't want politics mixed with sports. That backlash didn't represent the majority, but it had a real impact, especially among older conservative fans who once made up a big chunk of TV audiences. While the league stayed true to its values, the cost was attention from certain corners of the audience. The NBA isn't dying, but it is evolving. Adam Silver knows the issues. That's why we've seen tweaks, the play-in tournament, the in-season cup, partnerships with streamers, and efforts to shorten games and re-engage fans. The league is testing solutions, but they're not quick fixes. To survive and thrive, the NBA needs to fully embrace how Gen Z watches basketball. That means easier streaming access, fewer blackouts, better integration with platforms like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and more reasons to care about regular season games. It also means finding ways to restore rivalries, keep stars on the court, and build new dynasties that fans can root for year after year. Right now, the NBA lives on phones, in memes, in fit pics, in arguments, but the game itself needs to feel urgent again. Otherwise, the league will keep making noise online, while fewer people are actually watching.